By the summer of 2023, Lionel Messi had nothing left to prove. He had conquered Europe with Barcelona, added new silverware in Paris, and most importantly, lifted the World Cup with Argentina in Qatar. For many, the story was complete. He was the greatest of all time. And yet, Messi's career had one more chapter to write, one that would take him across the Atlantic to a country where football had always lived in the shadow of other sports. Messi's move to Inter Miami of Major League Soccer was not just a transfer. It was a cultural event, a shift in the global balance of football, and a reminder that his influence went far beyond goals and trophies. The decision did not come easily. Barcelona hoped for a reunion, but their finances, still crippled, made it impossible. Saudi Arabia offered him a contract worth hundreds of millions, the kind of money no player had ever seen. Many assumed he would go there. But Messi chose differently. He chose Miami, a city filled with energy, diversity, and a growing passion for the game. He explained later that it was about balance, about family, about enjoying life while still playing at a high level, and about the challenge of bringing football to new audiences. "I wanted to live football in another way," he said. Behind the scenes, the deal was historic. Inter Miami partnered with Apple and Adidas to create an unprecedented package. Messi would earn not only a salary, but also a share of MLS's streaming revenues and sponsorship growth. His arrival was not simply about playing, it was about shaping the future of the league. MLS, once dismissed as a retirement stop, had suddenly landed the greatest player in history. The impact was immediate. Ticket prices skyrocketed. A match that once sold for $40 now sold for $600. Inter Miami, a struggling team at the bottom of the standings, became the hottest ticket in American sport. Celebrities filled the stands. LeBron James, Serena Williams, David Beckham, himself an owner of the club, welcomed Messi. Streaming subscriptions surged. Social media exploded. In Miami, murals appeared on walls overnight. Pink shirts with the number 10 sold out in hours, and the city turned into a football capital. Then came his debut. On July 21, 2023, Messi stepped onto the pitch in Fort Lauderdale for a Leagues Cup match against Cruz Azul. The stadium vibrated with anticipation. He came off the bench in the second half, the score tied. In stoppage time, Argentina's hero did what he had done all his life. He won a free kick just outside the box, placed the ball carefully, and curled it into the top corner. The crowd erupted as if a World Cup final had been won. His teammates mobbed him. Beckham cried in the stands. The script could not have been written better. Messi had arrived. From that moment, everything changed. Inter Miami went on an extraordinary run, winning the Leagues Cup, the first trophy in club history. Messi scored goals, delivered assists, and inspired belief in teammates who suddenly looked transformed. Young players described him as a mentor. Fans followed the team across states, and rival stadiums filled with pink shirts. Messi wasn't just a player, he was a movement. Off the pitch, the effect rippled further. Children across the United States began wearing Inter Miami kits to school. Youth academies reported record numbers of sign-ups. In India, Argentina's second home of fandom, Messi's matches in MLS were streamed at dawn. In Buenos Aires, fans woke up early just to watch him play in a new shirt. In Los Angeles and New York, bars that once showed only European leagues now screened MLS with full houses. For the league itself, the arrival was seismic. MLS had seen big names before. Pelé with the New York Cosmos in the 1970s, Beckham with the LA Galaxy in 2007. But Messi's arrival was different. This was the GOAT, fresh off winning the World Cup, still capable of magic. Sponsors lined up. Apple promoted him as the face of its streaming platform. Adidas used him to expand into new markets. American sports media, long dominated by basketball, football, and baseball, gave unprecedented attention to soccer. Episode 10 is about Legacy's afterglow. Messi did not come to America to prove himself. He had already done that everywhere else. He came to expand football's frontier, to connect cultures, to give fans in the United States the chance to see his genius live. And even in his mid-30s, he showed that greatness has no expiration date. For Messi, Miami was also personal. The city's large Latino community embraced him instantly, speaking his language, singing his songs, and treating him as family. He could live with less pressure, enjoy his time with his wife and children, and still inspire millions. His decision reflected not just a career move, but a life choice. And for the sport, his presence was transformative. America had long dreamed of a player who could ignite football in a way no one else could. Messi became that spark. In stadiums, in schools, on screens, he was everywhere. He was not just Inter Miami's captain, he was football's ambassador to a continent still discovering its love for the game. The boy from Rosario had crossed oceans before, first to Barcelona, then to Paris. Now, in the twilight of his career, he crossed again, not to chase trophies, but to share joy. Messi in America is more than a story of goals. It is a story of connection, influence, and the gift of football's greatest magician to a new generation of fans.